this game ends up going the distance here, simply because... Welcome to Inferno Pools for game number 1 in the hot seat week 4 best of 9 between a Zerg and a Terran for the first time on the hot seat. But before we introduce our Terran player, we have the reigning king of the hill, currently on 3 out of 3 wins, trying to make it 4 in a row for a total of $375 this evening. Ladies and gents, in the bottom left hand corner is the yellow Zerg, it's mYinsanity's Petraeus. His opponent spawning to the bottom right is the green Terran player, the first on the hot seat, an incredibly accomplished and very experienced player, both with Korean and a substantial amount of Western experience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the arena, Major. Alright, so our very first TVZ here, they're going to be spawning in horizontal spots here on Inferno Pools, so basically minimizing the rush distance here. It's actually quite a straight line, if you will, to the opponent's base as well, so this could end up meaning a little bit of a more aggressive ground-based start. It's also got an awful lot of airspace. You can see down here, little island command center could potentially be cute here for the Terran later on. But it means that there's a lot of room, really, for Banshees and Medevacs to maneuver. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for a lot of drops and things like that that might be happening within this game. So far, we have the barracks, followed by a gas opening coming out of Major here. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary at all. The only thing worth noting is that he didn't go gas first, so he's not looking to go up to that factory and potentially starport tech as fast as possible. It's going to be a bit of a more conventional opening here, where we do have a slight bigger emphasis on the mineral gathering and perhaps a very slightly early orbital command. There we go. And all eyes on the barracks now, and it looks like we're going to be opening with just the one Reaper, but we might be getting another one shortly. We'll keep an eye on that, as there are still 3 SCVs in this gas production. Meanwhile, we've gone hatch into pool, followed by gas over here on Petraeus' side of the world. His overlord is about to scout that his opponent's in the bottom right, but may have seen that SCV. And Major is also going to be scouting Petraeus first as well. He'll just miss the hatchery, but I'm sure he'll come back and take a look at it in just a second as he spots the creep, and will do a quick round of the gas and confirm that the spawning pool is there as well. Oh, no, never mind. He sees the one gas and goes, right, you must obviously have a pool behind your mineral line, and goes straight, actually, to confirm that the natural is there, and he can already see that from the creep that's been spread. So now, the first Reaper's moved out across the map, and Major's going to try to get a little bit of damage done with this, but it could be quite difficult with 2 Queens already halfway done. 6 Lings are about to pop, and they're going to do their best to harass the heck out of these guys. 1 Ling having to pull back already due to injury, doing a really, really good job at the moment of defending his base is Petraeus. And this Reaper at the moment is continuing to do a little bit of harassment damage, but nothing substantial yet. 1 Zergling nearly going down there, but unfortunately not able to do so at the end. Oh, and the Reaper's really trying to push his luck here. It's on quite low health, but here comes the Queen, and the Reaper has to get out of there. There will, of course, be a second Queen at the natural as well, so the Reaper won't be able to come in here until it's healed up a little bit. Queen actually moving off creep, and these Reapers need to be a bit careful. Even though these Queens are off creep, they can still be quite dangerous, and one of them's going to have enough energy for a creep trooper soon. That's going to be pretty useful in this situation. In the meantime, we're going up to triple command center behind this, guys. We can see the natural expansion being built on the low ground, as well as a third inside the main base. Note that this Overlord cannot see it right now, can only see that there are currently being Hellions being produced. So these 2 Reapers are a little bit of a distraction at the moment. And he's hoping right now that Petraeus isn't going to be able to see that he's actually gone for very, very quick triple command center. In the meantime, we're not going straight up to Starport. We want to be able to get some units out on the field, because at the end of the day, we've played a very economically greedy build here. So let's get some Marines and some Hellions out on the ground to try and repel any potential Zergling attacks, and especially Zergling scouts as well. That could be really horrendous. And, oh, I beg your pardon, that Overlord has seen the 3rd command center, so that's why we had a drone move up and grab that 3rd hatchery. So all the more reason to get these Hellions out, in addition to the Reapers. Very, very early on as well. You need to make sure that nothing gets up this ramp. Right now, the forces available to defend are really not very big if Petraeus decides to go for some massive all-in push. So good scouting is paramount. Amount of harassment damage is great. It's actually really fortunate that they're in horizontal positions, guys, because if they were cross positions, for example, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4 different paths, instance, that Petraeus could go around the middle of the map to attack Major here. At least here, there's just that bottom corridor. So the players do have to be a little bit wary. There's a reasonably large-sized force here, actually, trying to attack into the natural. The queens are subject to attack here. There are... Ooh, needs to be careful. There are 2 of them gone down to just under half health, but there are a total of 4 queens now. I think that should be enough to repel this attack, especially since there are transfuses available as well. Still, 2 Hellions being produced at a time. More and more starting to come out here for Major and potentially joining the attack. Let's see where they happen to be. Yep, they are indeed going to be rallied towards the front here as this struggle continues on. Not an awful lot being lost by either player yet. Just useful to have those queens on the ground. Is one of them going to go down? No, just about missing out on that. A Hellion comes very close to death, though. And I think Petraeus now actually needs to be a little bit careful. But here come the roaches. He's bought himself enough time. A Baneling Nest is coming down as well, by the way. And 16 Lings are on the way. So this could be a Roachbane bust coming out of our mYinsanity player in game number 1. Let's see if it's going to work. There are a lot of Hellions here, but I'll tell you what, they're not going to be Hellbats anytime soon. And, well, this is the kind of thing you have to fear when you go for 3 command center first. Is it going to be enough? SCV's healing up these Hellions, and here come the roaches. The bunker's not done yet, and if the bunker doesn't go up, I think this could be game over. Where are the Banelings? They're morphing up there. Oh, wow, that's quite a lot of them, and here come the roaches into natural expansion. Mainly Hellions here, and Major has a absolutely massive task on his hands if he's to stay in this game. 2 Widow Mites. He might be able to use them for a bit of splash damage. They're not being burrowed yet. Now they get burrowed. But here come the Banelings. This could be catastrophic. Do we get a Widow Mine hit off on these Banelings? No, we don't. They move into the mineral line. Oh, no. GG, ladies and gents. And mYinsanity's Petraeus starts off this best of 9 with a win in game number 1 on Inferno Pools. A very, very quick win in response to that 3rd command center early on from Major.